Hi, this is part two, timelines. I didn't get to. Sorry about that. So back to what I was trying to get at. Um, Basically, we have everybody in the world experiencing this whole Mandela effect, and no real explanation to what the Mandela effect is. I believe it is tied to the timelines. Basically, once the worlds are closing, the people are merged, so different places had different memories because their history was different. So in some cases, they believe that, let's say, Mandela had died in prison, and some where he, became president or prime minister or whatever it was, and died um, leader of the country. And Bernstein Bears, Star Wars, C-3PO having a silver leg. Like, I mean, I have a lot of different memories. Like, I mean, mine are, there's some that even I haven't heard anybody else say. Like, I've heard about the one with New Zealand, how New Zealand was in a different place, and people have they said it originally was southeast of Australia, and now it's northeast or something like that. People remember it being different. I remember it being even more different than that, because when I remember New Zealand, I remember it being on the opposite side of Australia, and being like northwest of Australia, and it's not. No one's ever said anything of that. So maybe I'm from a real far timeline. Um, but regardless, what I'm trying to say, um, when you think of it like that and you put the two together, it starts to make sense, because nobody has been able to explain what is going on with the Mandela effect. But if it is just worlds crashing and people being merged together from other worlds, then we're gonna have different memories, because our past will be different, our histories will be different. Um, so that to say, the whole slavery thing, I hear a lot of people talking about how the whole slavery thing went down. It may have other versions of that as well. There may have been versions where there was only white slaves. May have been versions where there was only black slaves. May have been versions where slavery was all made up. Like, I don't know, but I'm sure that people have memories, not memories, but I'm sure if you do enough digging, you'll be able to find some sort of trail that'll lead to these different realities. That's why everybody's fighting with each other in history, talking about how this is not the way it was. This is how it was. Like, even the Bible. Like, I mean, there's different versions of the Bible, and that don't make sense with each other. So it's all coming into play, all related to the same thing. It's the timeline thing. And I guess to further that, the reason why I believe this is important now is because the crash is happening. Everything is going to be merging back down to one Earth, and that one Earth, I believe this is by design. The one Earth that we are going to be at, I believe you have to have a certain vibration frequency in order to exist on that Earth. And this is where the whole, basically, Noah's Ark thing, like, write that back down to Noah. If we're not careful, there'll only be one family that survives. But it doesn't have to be. If we can get ourselves on the right vibration, then we can all make it to, uh, I don't want to say it, but I'll say it, Jerusalem. You know what I mean? Like, Zion. Zion. Yeah, Zion. Matrix. Ha. Knew that would come up. Um, but you see what I'm trying to say? Like, I mean, the vibration that we got to get ourselves on, we have to be Christ-like. Yes, JC. I know. I had spent some time thinking that he wasn't even real, but that's, now that I understand this timeline thing, I can understand it, because in some timelines he may not have existed, and that's why people are back and forth with whether he even existed or not. Now I do believe that he did indeed exist, and I believe that he was here to kind of guide people to get on the right frequency. I mean, some people say that he was not good. Some people say he was good. But no matter what concept that you go with, you have to realize that Creator is responsible for all of it. And if he allowed JC, if JC was bad, if he allowed JC to be here, then it was for a purpose. And if JC was good, he's of the Creator, it is for a purpose. So regardless, end of the day, we all have something to learn from what JC did. Um, where else am I gonna go with this? I mean, timelines is it's a big thing. The vibration or the frequency that I believe we're supposed to be on is basically the Noah type vibration, like Jesus type vibration, where We have to be righteous, good towards each other. Um, the Bible gives instructions. Like, I mean, if you read the book of Job, Job basically gives a list of things that you must do in order to be righteous. And it's not very hard to complete that list. I think it's a list of 7 things. I did it, and I think at the end of it, I know at the end of it, I got like fireworks in the sky. Like it was like a big lightning storm above my house. It was insane, of course. Or maybe that's you think I am. Whatever. But regardless, God is real. There's things that we must do in order to get ourselves prepared for what is coming. We know the earth is changing, it's undergoing a lot of changes. It will expire at some point. And no matter how much you try to prepare, if you are not on the right vibration, you will not make it through to the next phase of existence, the next earth, the new land or whatever, the true new world. I know it doesn't make sense.